Thank you for tuning in to Dynamic Art LLC. I'm your host, Daniel Butler, and today's episode is dedicated to designing a school mascot for product. We're going to take you from beginning of development, design, and then we're going to go into the product. Stay tuned. So, one of the most lucrative things that I've been doing since I've started into the industry of graphic design and print production is designing different things for schools. And when it comes to designing for schools, the first thing you want to understand is that schools always have school pride and school spirit days. A lot of times this is something that comes out in homecomings, or is something that's developed as a way to bring the school together as camaraderie. Now, the big thing about when you design something for a school is that kids want it to look sweet, cool, whatever you want to call it, have some swag. Nobody wants to wear anything that looks lame. And a lot of times, at least in the past, less is happening now, a lot of the printers had very old and very traditional style graphics. Now, this is where being an artist can play a key role in you securing a job in developing a mascot or developing that particular design that they're going to use for their cheerleading, they're going to use for their football team, they're going to use for shirts to sell to other students. And you'll have the potential to make multiple sources of money from the school just based on being able to design them a design that's current and that has a lot of appeal. So one of the things that I'm going to show you today is the concept and why we kind of go this route. Now, let's take a look at what we have here. The design that I have here, I picked a traditional mascot, and we're going to use a ram. You might notice other things like the bears, the tigers, the lions. These are all different mascots that are used nationwide from school to school, the eagles. And designing one design can also apply to other schools and other age groups. You have your middle school, your high school, and your elementary. Now, most of your money is going to be able to come from your high school arena because they'll have a little bit more money and a lot more pull in activities as far as cheerleading and as far as the sports that they offer. This gives you the opportunity to take something that has a little bit of a skill as far as your design work and apply it so that you can make good money continuously, because every year, every class is going to want to outdo the year prior to them. And so there's always a chance to revamp a design. There's always a chance to take something and improve on it or add to it and keep a consistent clientele that will feed your family for years to come. So let's talk about the design. One of the first things I decided is football season is usually the first season that starts out with school. It starts out going into the fall, two days start in August, cheerleading picks up. And so I wanted to create something that had a gladiator type feel. No school wants to go into a competition and feel like they're the weaker opponent. And so by buffing up and toughening up their school logo or their school mascot, it gives you an opportunity to enforce the fact that this team has the ability to take charge and be the number one team in that particular league or that division. And so we started out with football, but I just didn't want to do the average jersey because, it's bulky and a lot of times it doesn't show the form and the athleticism that we want to convey when we're trying to show how tough this opponent is. And so what I did was I removed the actual jersey and I used the pads, kind of like a technical armor type ordeal, and we still left in a lot of the key elements, how the pads were shaped. We put in a football, we added a helmet, and we added all the actual pads that you would use as a football player playing a particular position. But then we also took this character that has kind of like this human body in this gladiator figure, and we put the ram on it. And so it brings emphasis back to the school mascot being tough and being the lead target when it comes to identifying what this school is about. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's get into the designing stage of this. Stay tuned. Please subscribe so that we can blow up this channel. Have a good day.